What is going on in the mind of the person opposite you, towards you? What occupies him in your direction? Are you still in his thoughts? Has he already completely moved on? Or are you still there? Is he, as mentioned, still occupied with you? Let's now look into the energy. It's always like this. You have no contact with the other person, or you can no longer assess them. I would like to know what is really going on, what is happening inside him, and especially in your direction. What occupies him, what blocks him? And that's what we're going to look into now. We tap into the energy of the present moment and see what the energy wants to tell you. My dear ones, you know these are readings for the collective. The person cards are gender neutral and may not apply to everyone. So let's take a look. What is occupying your counterpart? What's going on there? What is happening in the foresight? Concentrate. Now please focus on him. And imagine him. Then I know another tendency. So my dear ones, we have the bottom of the deck. I just got my cable mixed up with my cable. So, but now good. Am I still here? Do I still have sound? Yes, good, I still have sound. All right, good. So we have, well, what's going on with your counterpart? This is a big topic. The end between you, maybe there was a spontaneous end, a sudden end. Maybe your counterpart drew a firm line. Maybe you drew a firm line. But this chapter now seems to be over. But it is not. Your counterpart is simply in a crisis. He is the victim of himself. Your counterpart wants to grasp something, but cannot, is being held back. It's like he is powerless without strength. That's how I see your counterpart. He is now at the point where something seems to have happened that is preoccupying him. He is like being held back, but still wants to go somewhere, wants to grasp something. And yet he feels this powerlessness. But there is something there. And we are looking closely at what it is. So what do we have here? Yes, it is definitely about a decision. A decision. Which direction? So it is already this rushing forward where he still feels a bit inhibited, but something seems to have happened. With moving forward, which has now awakened him again. Because your counterpart will already. So currently, it seems that your counterpart has also lost a bit of control over themselves. He thinks, okay, he has control, but something isn't working. Inside, it looks completely different. In any case, he is reaching again, reaching. He wants to grasp that optimism again and bring in that momentum, move forward. He is a bit aimless, yes, and this uncertainty is still very evident. Because he doesn't know, left or right, which direction exactly, which decision, where should I go exactly? And there, this standstill is also visible. This aimlessness that he currently has, because it seems like a huge mess. In terms of energy, it creates a big mess for your counterpart, because he himself doesn't know exactly where to go. Oh my God, everything is so much. He has lost control over himself, as I said. He is a victim of himself because he has lost control. He doesn't know where to go. And there, your counterpart is still a bit stuck. as I said, which decision, left or right. But he will make a decision. Because it is also about the decision, what has become active in him here, what he wants to grasp again. These are feelings that is active again. Something has happened with your counterpart. Because we are with you. This is you, this is your counterpart, both male and female. We are indeed in the energy in your direction. Do you not occupy him at all? And yes, that's what came up for him. The fulfillment with you, this fulfillment, this reflective state, this, oh my God, I am now standing here at this crossroads, left or right, where should I go? It triggered something happened with your counterpart that he has come back into feeling. He also senses this warmth from you, this comfort factor with you, but he is still frustrated with himself. And that's what he doesn't like at all, this frustration within him. He definitely regrets what he has done. The regret is clearly shown to me. Frustrated because the counterpart is currently so focused on material things. So we have now focused on that, and everything else, no, I don't need feelings. But despite everything, it has docked in his heart in this feeling in love. Because there is also this, as I said, this warmth that has happened with him, the satisfaction, this fulfillment with you. And there, the crossroads, the decision, left or right, definitely has to do with the feelings, because feelings are either resurfaced or currently very active. So let's take a look at what else we can get for clarification. So, incredible. Decision, decision, decision. Decision is the decisive topic, because it's very clear to see, truly feeling that when the decision. So this spread, the tarot cards are now reflecting very, very, very clearly with the playing cards. Feelings have clearly surfaced with your counterpart. Suddenly, this very sudden, unexpected. And there, wow, you met. Maybe he has gone in a direction where you said, wow, it's over, it's done. He doesn't want anything anymore. Nothing is happening. He can't get out of the rut. And then I see with your counterpart, wow, my dear one's incredible. I have few cards. Oh, yes. A very clear sign. I've got it right away like this. Your counterpart is suddenly overworked here. So the work. I have him with quite a lot of numbers. I have him here, your counterpart. This occupation, the focus completely here on work, on advancement, on career, on this. Yes, this advancement, climbing higher, salary increase, promotion, being seen, that is very important to him. His exterior, he has to present something, and he wants to do that for you too. To present something, the success, he wants to show you something. I see my counterpart is very withdrawn. These are the fears. The fears led him to this decision to withdraw. This sudden spontaneous cut, perhaps, that we see here, that is his issue. And he was quite sure about it. However, with some, I also see something apparent in his financial area from authorities' offices, something, because I see these numbers quite strongly here. Have here. That something has happened there which contributed to it again. That he made this decision, because I clearly see a knee-jerk reaction from him. Very clearly a knee-jerk reaction. He showed coldness. That is a withdrawal. But this is about hiding his own insecurity. this loss of control because he has a big problem privately in his environment. All the work, a very big issue for him. But that's it. He has this spontaneity, which triggered a feeling in him, which brought him to a decision now, or at this crossroads, this left or right, what should I do? It doesn't fit this path I'm on. Stop. Turn off the engine first. Pause. And he doesn't continue in this direction, this line he's currently on. Absolutely not. So, quite suddenly, thoughts of you came to mind. Maybe he saw something. Because, as I said, I have a lot of things lying around. He sorted through documents or some things, or wanted to throw something away. And suddenly, perhaps a note comes out where you, for example, wrote something to him. Or it could also be that you simply wrote a shopping list that has now appeared in your handwriting. Or that you just wrote him a sweet note. I love you, or I miss you. Something. I see your handwriting here. It could also be a phone, some message that popped up for him, or that he saw something. But I have more of this. In this restlessness at home, that he's doing something, or in the car, that he saw something in the car from you. Maybe even a hair tie or something, your sunglasses, something of yours, where your handwriting is on it, figuratively speaking. And he was startled by it himself. It was like a brief, absolute shock, because he actually completely pushed away his feelings for himself. Rebuilt the barricade like that. No, I'm focusing here on my progress, on work and activity, and this and this and this. So, but now, as I said, what he found of yours, what he saw of yours, suddenly with your handwriting. And all of a sudden, the feeling emerges. Feeling towards you, this warmth, this closeness, the connection to you, this longing that I have here, the feelings of happiness, a deep connection to you. Maybe it is also that something is lying ahead, or a decision needs to be made. For him, it's very much about decisions. It's just decisions, left or right. What should I do? These decisions, documents, everything. So his whole life is all about decisions here. And then maybe it also comes to this sudden realization, you would have the solution ready immediately. You would know exactly. So, as I said, there is something that triggered it. He thinks of you, and suddenly, straight into the heart, love emerges. It's like a balloon that bursts, and there I am in love. And he is startled, not startled by you, but simply, wow, this feeling, because it was pushed away. And what he pushed away suddenly reappears here. And now it's completely aligned. The feelings of happiness. He thinks of you. The thoughts are there. I'm not saying 24/7, but this triggered what he found, what he saw. Or this, as I said, it could just be a word somewhere. And then the thought comes, wow, you would have had the solution. Absolutely. Because you are solution-oriented. And he feels the warmth. Now, your counterpart is there on this path. Head versus heart. Which direction should I take? Should I continue in this direction as I have been going all this time? No, that's fine as it is. But now the heart resurfaces, the feelings, the trigger that was there, which was also needed, that, as I said, burst the balloon. And now it's like, what should I do? There is a lot of emotion here. The feeling is really back at work. So it has really come to a boil. Feelings in your direction. Feelings of happiness, absolutely. And the thoughts, he is toying with the thoughts, this change, this new beginning. But he still feels held back in this area. Yes, I know what I did wrong. And the withdrawal completely unsettles him. But he also senses from you that you have closed yourself off a bit. He also doesn't really know how to approach this now. What should I do? So I'm not saying that I'm now completely, as mentioned, occupied with it 24/7, but something keeps coming up more and more. So the intervals are getting shorter and shorter that you are in his thoughts. And you think about how I can enter into communication, connection, and healing with you. Yes, your counterpart is someone who always likes to procrastinate. Your counterpart is also currently working through issues that have been bothering him from the past. And in his thoughts, for example, is also a vacation trip with you. Maybe you once went on a trip or had planned a vacation trip. And there your counterpart is reminiscing. More and more moments come up, more and more topics where he says he wants to do that with you, where he imagines you by his side. No, where he imagines you by his side. Last, your counterpart is more and more and is starting now. As I said, Klopp did that. And more the connection with you, because he feels the symbiosis with you, the harmony, this connection, this union. And he wants to restore this balance, this equilibrium with you. You, as mentioned, occupy his thoughts very intensely. And let's take a look here at what else we get in terms of the tendency. After this reading, I definitely say your counterpart will also find a solution themselves, because he will follow the path of his heart. And he wants, those are his thoughts. That is also what he feels inside. It goes deeper and deeper. Step by step, this connection to you becomes deeper and deeper, this closeness. And I see a lot of activity here. That real movement is coming in, that there's a surge happening. Because the heart is increasingly saying, wow, it is unfolding. It is blossoming, blooming. And it is coming into union. And that is what your counterpart wants. The contact is there. He doesn't quite know how yet. But that also means for you, don't put any pressure on him. That's very important. Let him come. Take this vibration from this reading with you now. Lean back and tell yourself, I don't need to do anything. You know, that union is coming again. You can already feel it now. It never really stopped. Even if you were always angry and pushed it away from you. No, he can't even. I don't want him anymore. But it was just this anger too, this frustration, this annoyance. But fundamentally, you still feel the connection very intensely. And you will feel it now too. You will feel it more and more intensely because you are so strongly connected to each other. And you will feel that he is, step by step, opening his heart more towards you. And you feel that too. And it's still like during the day in stages. Sometimes there's nothing at all. You always take care of yourself. And then suddenly you hear something, and then you know exactly, you can smile and say, wow, he has just opened another piece of his heart towards you. Then it becomes less again, then it fades away, but it's not gone. But you always feel what is there in different sequences. Feeling, if the person opposite you really gets into the feeling now, then they definitely haven't forgotten you. They haven't pushed you aside. And even if it might seem that way, no. The path they have taken now has reached a standstill, a stop. Then they say no because the feeling has now come into play. And it's about a decision. And here I say the person opposite you will follow their heart, the call of their heart, the path of the heart in your direction. Full of happiness because they know you. You are the completion for them. They know it. You are the ultimate. You are their number one. Yes, they're number one. You can definitely expect an invitation here. Something is coming in. So the person opposite you will definitely overcome the inner conflict they have with themselves. Because it will reconnect with you. It will also reestablish the connection with you. Because they feel a very intense attraction towards you. They know you are the perfect partner for them, partner. And love truly has the greatest power and strength here. If you are estranged, if there has been anything, there will be a reconciliation between you. You will also reconcile with yourself for your own sake. And I see a loving encounter here. And even if there has been a break, conflict, doubts, etc., you will come together again. He will also not approach. Because you will enter this union, this togetherness. And this connection is beautiful between the two of you. but it means taking it slow, not rushing anything. 1. Pause. That you also tell yourself, before you do anything or take action, take a deep breath first. So don't just grab your phone and start typing right away. Wait for a moment first. Always go with your feeling first. And if your feeling says no, let it be, then let it be. You don't need to do anything. The other person will make a move. And always trust that you are being guided. It might happen that you, receive a call from someone, and he's in the background, for example. Or that you go into a store where you've never been before and walk in, and then you meet him or see him in the parking lot. So please also let go of the overthinking, that this tension, this pressure. Everything comes and you are guided by your intuition. So what else do we have? How wonderful. It is indeed about confidence. So the warmth between you two is also being shown again. Your counterpart, there will be this lightness returning as well, because he feels his heart, the emotions, and goes back into the emotion again. So no more of this overthinking, this tension, this blockage. No, he truly goes back into warmth, sensuality, confidence. And this mutual pampering is also shown here. Your counterpart is currently tired, confused, yes, but it will come back completely. The shift towards vitality. Vitality, shift, change towards healing. The healing of your connection. And, as I said, confidence. And it's so warm that you embrace each other. Or also when you meet again. Maybe not embrace immediately or just briefly to greet, yes. But when you sit across from each other, there is actually already this circle around you. It closes. The warm circle full of this warmth, this connection, this union. And even if you might not touch each other at that moment, my dear ones, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching. I wish you all the very best and all my love. I thank you for every single comment. I thank you for your being. You are absolute heart angels. And I have truly taken you into my heart. Have a wonderfully beautiful day now. Goodbye, my dears.